Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2020 Caterpillar 299 D3 that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, show you everything that I see, tell you everything that I know. Then of course we'll fire it up, run it through its paces, show you the hydraulics are strong, let you hear the engine, show you what little bit of play it has up front in the pins. As always, if you are in the market for a used skid steer, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for machines find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate that. All right, like I said, this one's a 2020 299 D3, kind of loaded up with options here. Cab, heat, air, high flow, 2-speed, pilot controls, hydraulic coupler, advanced display with the backup camera, reverse fan, dual bucket leveling, heated air ride seat, weight kit, creep mode, and a radio. This one has 2,159 hours. You'll see here in a little bit when we fire it up, hydraulics are nice and strong. You'll see that it's fairly tight up here. There's a little bit of play, nothing I wouldn't expect for a used machine. As I get up close to it here, you'll see the paint up here is a little chipped off in some spots. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's chipping off around the edges and just kind of starting to peel away. Pretty common on the Cat machines. Actually, it's pretty common on all the newer machines now. And it's not awful, but just a little bit around the edges and starting to chip away, and has a little bit of surface rust where the paint's chipped off. But up here, this paint is nice and bright. Loader arms are nice and straight. No big gouges or anything up here. And again, as you can see back here, yellow paint's nice and bright. Looking at the track on this side, I'm gonna say we're at least 50-55% tread life. I think I'm being very fair there. There's definitely some tread depth, definitely some life left. Not all cracked up, not a bunch of weather checking anywhere. Down here, looking at the sprockets on this side, lots of life left there on that sprocket. Then coming back here just a little bit, looking at the side, the rails here of the undercarriage, as you can see, it still retains some of the yellow paint. Paint is starting to chip off a little bit. Pretty common on a used track machine. It just kind of gets chipped off as they're using them. But pretty darn nice back here. Not all scratched up on the side of the frame. Pretty darn clean in there. Pretty clean back here. And again, that paint's nice and bright. Looking at this rear corner back here, again, like I said, weight kit. As you can see, that yellow paint's nice and bright. Decals are pretty good. Couple little scratches in the decals here and there. Coming around to the back here, lights look good on this side. A little bit of paint chipped off just where you chain it down on the trailer, but pretty darn nice. Back here, that rear door is nice and straight. I don't really see any big dents or dings. One little small spot right there in that black mesh. But other than that, pretty good. Couple little scratches here and there, but honestly pretty nice. Everything looks good up top there. Back of the cab looks good. Coming over here to this side, lights look good there. Kind of got a little bit of a dent and a scratch right here. Again, it is a 4-year-old used skid steer, so it's not perfect, but honestly pretty nice. Couple little scuffs here. Decals pretty good. Little scuff in that weight kit. Looking at the track on this side, matches up really well to the other side. Lots of life left here. Again, I'm not seeing a bunch of weather checking or cracks in the tracks. Definitely life left here. Sprockets on this side, again, match up really well to the other side. Definitely life left in these sprockets. And looking at the side rails of the undercarriage over here, again, some paint chipped off here and there, but still retains quite a bit of that yellow paint for a 4-year-old machine with a little over 2,000 hours. Back here, again, pretty darn good. Side of the frame, not terrible at all. Pretty good, really. All right, loader armor on this side, again, nice and bright yellow paint. I forgot to kind of get up close, but definitely looks like it has been greased. As you can see, there's some grease there. Kind of hard with the sun the way it is, but there's plenty of grease here on all these spots. So I do think it's probably been maintained well. A lot of times when you see them, when they've been greased well, you know, guys have tended to take care of them if they took the time to grease them in the mornings before they started them up and used them. I don't see any cracks or welds or plating anywhere on the loader arms or the back of the skid steer plate. Everything looks pretty good there. Coming up here, looking at the bucket. Bucket's nice and straight. I don't see any big bows or dents or dings in the bucket. Maybe just a little bit of a spot right there on the side over here, but not much at all. Cutting edge looks really good. Lots of life left on that cutting edge. We'll go back here and take a look in the engine compartment. Okay. Back here, as you can see here, nice and dry. Kind of hard to get my camera in any farther there, but everything looks good up here, nice and dry. I don't see any oil or diesel running down the side of the block anywhere. I don't know how well you guys can see in there. I can't get my camera in far enough, but side of the block over here is nice and dry. Everything looks pretty darn good there. Pretty clean down here. Fins look good on this cooler back here. Pretty nice back there, actually. We'll go take a look at the cab interior. Up here in the front, just your typical scratches. You know, looks like where gravel and stuff comes back and kind of chips up your paint back here. Nothing out of the ordinary, pretty straight though, but just some paint chipped off. That decal's peeling a little bit. Steps are in good shape. Neither of the steps look smashed in like you'll see a lot of times. All the glass seems to be good in the cab. I didn't notice any cracks in any of the glass or anything. Looking at the interior, floor mat is very clean. Looking at that bottom seat cushion, that looks good. I don't see any cuts or tears in the bottom. The back seat cushion looks really good as well. And then it, kind of getting up close to all this plastic, everything's nice and bright here. Doesn't show a lot of fade like you'll see a lot of times. All the louvers seem good down here in your HVAC system. We'll sit down in here and take a look at everything inside. All right, everything looks good on this control lever over here. The little rubber boot's in good shape. All the buttons are good. Same thing over here. Again, this one does have the creep mode. Everything looks good on this lever, nice and clean. Protective boot looks good. Turn the key on up here. All these levers look nice. Again, all the plastic's in good shape. Doesn't look all faded out. It's not all nasty, dirty. Like I said, advanced display, 2159 hours. Does have the backup camera. Everything looks good here. Both of these cylinders look good up here. I don't see anything cracked or welded up top here. All right, like I said, it's a 2020 299 D3. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll fire it up, get right into an operational video.